Money does not control your life when you understand it. Think about how money affects your daily peace. When you go shopping, do you ever worry if your card will decline? When a bill comes in, do you feel stress in your chest? When you want something important, do you feel disappointed because your money is already gone? These feelings are real. They affect your sleep, your mood, and your confidence. Most people believe that only an accountant can help them stay organized, but that belief keeps them stuck. The truth is, you are smart enough to take charge of your own financial life. You can learn simple habits that give you control and make you feel secure. This audiobook is a guide for real people who want real change. No confusing language, no complicated systems, just clear steps that help you spend with awareness, save with confidence, and feel calm when you think about money. You deserve to wake up without fear of your finances. You deserve to know where your money goes and what it does for your future. You deserve to feel proud of every smart choice. Stay with me. Together we will build a life where your money finally works for you. Chapter 1. Face your money truth and start improving. Facing money truth is the starting point of every real financial change, and it is not always comfortable because it asks for honesty and responsibility at the same time. But this is where personal power begins. A person grows when they finally decide to stop pretending everything is fine. A person grows when they finally take a deep breath and say they want to understand their money instead of being afraid of it. Standing in front of your own situation is not a sign of weakness. It is a sign of maturity and strength. Someone who cares about their future wants to know the truth today instead of being surprised tomorrow. Money is not only numbers. It is connected to feelings like fear, embarrassment, pride, and hope. It reflects daily choices. It shows what a person values. It can show habits that help life or habits that hurt life. When a person avoids their financial truth, they often feel heavy inside. They worry about bills. They are stressed when they open their wallet. They feel unsafe because they do not know what will happen next month. Facing the truth removes that darkness. It replaces fear with clarity. Every person deserves a life where they know what is happening to their money. There is a calm and peaceful feeling that comes when you know what you earn, what you owe, and what you spend. You wake up with confidence. You go to bed without stress. The world becomes easier to handle because the numbers are no longer hidden. Facing money truth is a gift you give to yourself. A gift that makes you feel in control instead of controlled. The first step is simple. Sit down in a quiet place where you can think without distraction. Open your heart and mind. Have a notebook or phone ready to write. Take a moment to breathe and say to yourself that you deserve a better financial future. You are not doing this for anyone else. You are doing it for your own freedom. You are doing it to become someone who takes care of their present and future. Start by writing how much money comes in each week or month. Do not guess. Look at bank statements. Look at payment notifications. Write every source, no matter how small. That number is the foundation of your financial life. It is the starting point for all future decisions. Just knowing this number clearly gives you new confidence. After that, write down every expense. Food, transport, school supplies, subscriptions, clothes, personal treats. Anything you exchange for money belongs on the list. At first, this can feel shocking because you finally see the truth of where your money goes. Some people discover they spend a lot on snacks or online purchases that do not even bring joy. Some discover they have subscriptions they forgot about. Some notice they spend fast when they feel bored or sad. This discovery is not shameful. It is knowledge, and knowledge is power. The goal is not to blame yourself. The goal is to understand yourself. When you face the truth, you give yourself the chance to change what does not feel right anymore. You can decide to spend more on things that matter and less on things that steal your peace. You become someone who decides instead of someone who reacts without thinking. Next, write down what you owe. If you have any debt, It might be school expenses, money borrowed from family, or overdue payments. Seeing those numbers is not the end of the world. It is the beginning of a plan. When numbers are hidden, they grow and scare you. When numbers are written, they become challenges that you can take on step by step. After writing your financial truth, notice how you feel. Some people feel relief. Some feel surprised. Some feel sad. All these feelings are normal and valid. Your feelings are not a sign to stop. They are a sign that this moment matters. You are doing something important for your life. You are waking up from financial confusion. You are growing stronger than your fears. Financial freedom begins in the mind. It begins with the belief that you are capable of better decisions. It begins with the courage to say that you want improvement. Improvement does not require perfection. It only requires progress. One choice at a time, one step at a time. Every change counts. There is a powerful shift that happens when you stop running from your money and start looking at it directly. You start to notice patterns. You start to understand what you want more of and what you want less of. You start to feel proud of every good decision, even if it seems small. That pride fuels more progress. Confidence grows. Stress reduces. Life becomes clearer. You may think organizing money requires an accountant. That idea is common but not accurate. You do not need complicated tools or expensive help to understand your money. You only need honesty, consistency, and attention. The person who spends the money every day is the best person to manage it. You already have what you need inside you. You only have to use it. When you face your money reality, you take ownership of your financial story. You stop being confused about where your money disappears. You stop worrying about surprises. You stop letting life push you around. You start guiding your own path. A person who understands their money can plan goals. They can prepare for challenges. They can enjoy life without guilt. They can build a better future step by step. There will be days when old habits try to pull you back. Days when you want to ignore your money again. On those days, remind yourself why you started. You deserve a life without financial fear. You deserve to feel proud of your progress. You deserve to feel strong when you open your bank app. This journey is not only about money. It is about confidence, independence, and self-respect. A person becomes powerful when they take responsibility. A person becomes peaceful when they understand their reality. A person becomes wise when they learn from their own choices. Facing money truth is the doorway to all these things. It is the moment you say you want a better life and you will do the work to achieve it. Your financial truth does not define you. It guides you. It shows you where you are so you can move toward where you want to be. The numbers you write today are not a judgment. They are directions. They show what to adjust, what to protect, and what to celebrate. You are not too late. You are not behind. You are starting at the exact moment you needed to start. Feel the strength in that decision. Feel the hope it brings. Feel the new control rising inside you because you made a choice that many people avoid. You are young. You have time. You have the ability to grow smarter, faster, and more confident than you ever imagined. This is your chance to build a future where money is a tool you use with purpose instead of a problem that causes stress. Every time you look at your money truth, you honor your future self. A future where you are prepared. A future where you feel safe. A future where you have choices. That future starts today. The truth you are facing is not a burden. It is the road map to freedom. This is your moment to rise and take hold of your financial life without fear. You are capable. You are strong enough for this. You are the leader of your own financial journey. This step shows that you value your life and your potential. Improvement begins right now with honesty and action. This is where your new confidence begins. Chapter 2. Write what you earn and spend daily. Writing what you earn and spend every day gives you a level of awareness that changes how you think and behave with money. It is a daily habit that brings structure and control into your financial life without needing anyone else to manage it for you. When the numbers are visible, you make better decisions. When the numbers are hidden, you repeat mistakes without noticing. This simple practice gives you a feeling of clarity and honesty that supports your personal growth. Many people feel lost financially because they do not track anything. They hope they have enough instead of knowing they have enough. When you track daily, you remove hope and replace it with certainty. Most people avoid tracking because they believe it takes too much time or feels boring. The truth is it takes only a few minutes each day, and those minutes protect hours of stress later. Every time you write down an income or expense, you are giving yourself the chance to take control before things get messy. The act of writing helps your mind recognize what is happening with your money in real life. It stops your imagination from telling stories like "I did not spend much" or "I probably have enough." The brain likes comfort, so it tries to avoid facts. A daily record brings those facts forward and invites responsibility. Money comes in different ways. It may come from a salary, a small side job, a gift, or even small rewards. When you write every amount down, you respect your effort. You see that you worked for that money, and you begin to treat it as valuable. You connect your time, energy, and dedication with every dollar. That connection makes you think twice before spending on something that does not support your priorities. Tracking income builds pride. It also motivates you to find more opportunities to earn because you visually see progress. The same happens with spending. When you write down what you spend, you discover your habits clearly. You notice patterns that were invisible before. You see what drains your wallet fast. You see what does not even bring you happiness. You understand where your decisions come from. Some spend more when they feel stressed. Some spend because they feel bored. Some spend to impress others. When you track daily, you break the cycle of emotional spending. You stop treating money like a quick relief and start treating it like a tool for growth and peace. This habit also reduces guilt. Many people feel guilty after spending but cannot explain why. They think the guilt is about the money leaving. The guilt comes from not knowing the full situation. When your spending is written down, you see the difference between smart spending and careless spending. Smart spending never creates guilt. It supports your needs and life goals. Careless spending is what hurts your progress, and that guilt becomes a teacher. It shows you which actions to remove and which behaviors are worth keeping. Choose a simple tool to track daily. A notebook, a phone note, or a basic money app works great. There is no need to make it complicated. Just create 2 sections each day. One for money that comes in, one for money that goes out. Write a short description and the amount. That is it. The goal is not perfect accounting. The goal is daily awareness. The simpler the system, the easier it is to continue every day. Consistency is what builds strength in this habit. Another benefit is the confidence you build when you check your tracking habit over a long period. At the end of each week, you look back and see your actions clearly. That reflection shows how far you have come. Even if the numbers are small, you start respecting yourself more because you are actively managing your life. You are not waiting for someone else to fix your situation. You are taking responsibility step by step, and that responsibility makes you feel capable. Tracking daily also prevents surprises. Many people say this sentence often: "I don't know where my money went." With a daily record, that sentence disappears. You know exactly where money went and why. You are prepared for future expenses because you see how much remains. You start avoiding rushed decisions that cause problems. Being prepared brings calm to your mind. You go through your days with less worry because you know what is happening financially. Some days you will spend more, some days you will spend less. That is normal. The value of this habit is not in spending perfectly. The value is in knowing your reality every day. You build discipline without force. You grow your ability to make smart decisions naturally. You discover that your money is not running away from you. You are the one who directs it. That shift from confusion to direction changes how you feel about your future. When you write daily, you cannot ignore your financial goals. You see what moves you closer to those goals and what pulls you away. If your goal is to save more, you will notice whether your spending matches that goal. If your goal is to pay off debt, you will notice whether your efforts are consistent. The tracking habit keeps your goals alive. It makes them part of everyday life instead of a forgotten dream. There is also a deeper emotional benefit. When people do not track money, they often judge themselves harshly. They think they are bad with money. They think they are not disciplined enough. Those negative beliefs grow stronger when money is a mystery. Tracking daily replaces judgment with information. Information gives you the power to improve. You no longer feel like a failure. You feel like someone learning and progressing. Writing what you earn and spend daily builds patience too. You stop expecting instant results. You start valuing slow, steady improvement. You begin to trust the process because you see evidence of growth each day. This habit trains your mind to think long term. It teaches you that big changes are built from consistent small actions. As the days pass, this habit becomes part of who you are. You become someone who does not ignore the truth. Someone who takes action instead of hoping for things to get better on their own. Someone who understands that financial peace is created, not found. You start experiencing less anxiety and more control. The world around you does not feel chaotic anymore because your finances are no longer uncertain. There will be moments when you feel tired or forget to track. When that happens, come back the next day. A missed day does not erase your progress. What matters is that you continue. You are training yourself to care about your life every single day. That level of care is rare and powerful. Daily tracking is an act of self-respect. It tells your future self that you care enough to stay aware and responsible. It is not only about money. It is about building a strong relationship with yourself. A relationship based on honesty, focus, growth, and belief in your ability to succeed. When you track daily, you become someone who knows they can improve. You feel accountable for your choices. You feel proud of your progress. You feel excited about the life you are building. That excitement pushes you to stay consistent. And consistency makes success unavoidable. Every number you write builds a stronger version of you. Every number you write takes you one step away from stress and one step closer to freedom. Each day you write down your earnings and spending. You prove that you are serious about your life and that seriousness becomes the foundation for a future where you are financially strong, independent and confident. Chapter 3. Choose goals that matter to your happiness. Choosing goals that matter to your happiness gives your financial life a purpose that feels personal and exciting. Many people try to organize their money without knowing why they should care. They save because someone told them to save. They reduce expenses because others said it is smart. They follow rules without connecting those rules to what they truly want. When goals have no emotional meaning, the motivation disappears quickly. But when goals are connected to happiness, you feel driven from inside. You wake up with a reason to improve. You stay focused because the reward feels real. This step is about looking at your life and asking what would make it better, not what makes other people look successful. Some want a safe home. Some want a reliable car. Some want to travel. Some want to help their family. Some want to feel secure with savings. The goals that bring joy are different for everyone. Happiness is personal and your financial goals must match that personal desire. Choosing what truly matters brings a deep feeling of direction. You become excited about managing money because every smart choice moves you closer to the life you want. Before choosing your goals, take time to think about your current life. Think about what feels good and what feels heavy. Think about what you want more of and what you want less of. Happiness often comes from freedom, peace, experiences, and personal achievements. Ask yourself simple questions. What makes life feel meaningful? What brings peace to your mind? What gives you energy? What reduces stress? The answers to these questions show the goals that matter. These goals are not just objects or numbers. They reflect your values and dreams. Write down your goals so they become clear in your mind. A written goal feels more real than a goal you keep only in your thoughts. Use simple language. Write what you want in a way that makes sense to you. You are writing for yourself, not for anyone else. When you see your goals on paper, you begin to feel ownership. They become a promise you make to your future self. That feeling gives you strength to stay committed even when the journey becomes challenging. Your goals should be realistic but also exciting enough to inspire you. A goal that is too easy does not grow you. A goal that is too big for your current situation may feel impossible and cause frustration. Find a balance. Choose something that will require growth but not cause overwhelming pressure. The right goal pushes you forward step by step. It makes you work harder not because you are forced to but because you want the result badly. Every financial decision should connect back to your happiness. When you spend, ask whether the purchase will support your life goals. When you save, ask what future benefit it will create. When you invest time or money into something, ask if it brings you peace or progress. Goals become a filter that guides your choices. You stop spending on things that take happiness away and start spending on things that build a tomorrow. This shift brings confidence because you finally feel in control of your path. Some people choose goals only based on approval from others. They buy things to impress people. They follow trends. They try to match someone else's lifestyle. When goals come from outside pressure, happiness disappears because the actions do not match the heart. Your real happiness grows when your choices reflect your true desires. There is no need to prove anything to others. You only need to build a life that feels right to you. Think about different areas of life that money affects. Your health, your education, your relationships, your safety, your daily comfort, and your personal joy. Goals can support any of these areas. Maybe you want to join a class to learn something new. Maybe you want enough savings to sleep peacefully at night. Maybe you want to create memories through travel. Maybe you want to surprise someone you care about with a thoughtful gift. When your goals include experiences or feelings that bring joy, your motivation becomes strong. Break every big goal into small steps. A big goal may take time, but small steps show progress every week or every month. For example, if your goal is to save a certain amount, divide it into smaller amounts that feel easier to reach. Celebrate the small wins because they confirm that you are moving forward. Even small progress creates a powerful emotional boost. Every step proves that you are capable of more than you once believed. Review your goals often. Clears throat. Life changes, priorities change. Your heart may want something different in the future. It is okay to adjust your goals when needed. Changing a goal is not failure. It is growth. It means you are learning more about yourself and what brings true happiness. Stay honest with yourself. Stay aware of what you feel. Happiness should lead your financial decisions, not fear or pressure. Timing also matters. Some goals are for the near future. Some goals are long-term. You might want a new device soon, but a home or a business later. When you divide goals by time, you create a healthier balance. You get to enjoy short-term rewards while still building for the future. This balance protects you from feeling deprived and keeps life enjoyable during your journey. Share your goals only with people who support you. Sometimes others may judge or laugh because they do not understand your vision. Protect your dreams by staying focused on your purpose. The right people will encourage you to stay committed. The wrong people will distract you. Protecting your mental environment helps you continue growing without doubt. Choosing happiness-focused goals brings discipline without force. You naturally stop wasting money. You naturally want to save more. You naturally look for better opportunity because your actions become meaningful. Your daily habits become stronger. This internal motivation lasts longer than any strict rule because it comes from passion, not pressure. This process also teaches you patience. Happiness-based goals remind you that real growth takes time. You stop seeking fast excitement through impulsive spending. You wait for the bigger reward that will truly improve your life. That patience is a valuable skill that improves every part of life. You become someone who thinks ahead rather than someone who acts from quick emotion. Money becomes a tool that supports your happiness instead of a source of fear. You start seeing money as something you control, not something that controls you. Your heart and mind begin working together. You feel lighter, more secure, and more excited about the future. Every decision feels meaningful. You feel proud because your progress is driven by purpose. Choosing goals that matter to your happiness is not only a financial step. It is an emotional step. It is an emotional step. It is a declaration that your life deserves joy, not just survival. You are building a future where you wake up thankful instead of worried. A future where you have choices because you plan for them. A future where money supports your dreams instead of blocking them. This journey asks for attention and self-awareness. It asks you to listen to your own heart. When you choose the right goals, your confidence grows because you know exactly what you are working toward. You rise above distraction. You break old spending patterns. You move out of stress and into strength. Your happiness matters. Your goals should reflect that. Your future depends on how you choose today. When you commit to goals that bring joy, you take control of your financial story in a way that feels exciting. You deserve a life that feels full and rewarding. With clear, meaningful goals that life begins to unfold step by step through every smart decision you make. Chapter 4. Give every dollar a clear purpose today. Giving every dollar a clear purpose today changes the way you experience money because you begin directing your financial life with intention instead of guessing what might happen. When your money has a job, it works for you. When money has no direction, it disappears without adding value to your life. Many people wake up each month hoping their money will stretch far enough. But hope cannot replace a clear plan. Purpose turns money into a tool that supports your goals, happiness, and peace. This step transforms the stress of managing money into a feeling of control and security. Most financial problems do not come from how much someone earns, but from how their money is used. Two people with the same income can have completely different lives. One feeling overwhelmed and the other feeling strong. The difference comes from purpose. If you tell your money where to go, you never wonder where it went. When you decide in advance what every dollar will do, you protect yourself from random spending that weakens your progress. This is not about strict rules that take joy away. This is about decisions that give joy meaning and direction. Start by looking at the money you already have. Whether it is a lot or a little, it deserves attention. Divide your money into categories that match your real needs and goals. Think about what keeps your life stable. Food, living supplies, transport, school needs, phone bills, and anything important for your daily function. These expenses allow you to live without fear. Giving dollars to these areas first builds a strong foundation. When the basics are handled, you feel calmer and more prepared for the future. After the essentials, choose categories that support your personal growth. Savings, emergency backup, education, improvement, health, and future experiences. These are the areas that elevate your life beyond just surviving. When you direct dollars toward progress, you feel proud because you are building something. Even if you start small, the intention behind those small amounts brings confidence. Money that supports growth builds long-lasting happiness. A purpose-based plan also includes enjoyment. Life should feel good, not like constant restriction. Set money for activities or items that genuinely make you happy. It could be a movie, a hobby, a treat, or time out with friends. This type of spending is healthy when it has limits and a clear place in your plan. Without planned enjoyment, you might later spend too much because you felt deprived. With a set amount for enjoyment, you create balance between responsibility and fun. Every dollar should match what you value. If something does not improve your life, remove its place in your plan. Many people waste money on things that give no real benefit. When you organize your dollars with purpose, you stop giving money to habits that damage your peace or confidence. You make decisions based on intention instead of impulse. You spend because it matters to you, not because the moment pushed you into it. Giving purpose to every dollar also protects your future. When you choose to build savings, you protect yourself from surprise challenges. When life brings unexpected events like a broken phone, medical need, or urgent travel, you stay calm because your money plan prepared you. This feeling of safety is one of the greatest rewards of financial responsibility. You no longer fear what might happen because you have a foundation ready to support you. Use simple tools to separate your money. Some people use cash envelopes. Some use digital banking features that allow multiple mini accounts. Some use notes or apps that label each dollar. There is no single perfect tool. The perfect tool is the one you will use daily. Consistency matters more than style. The act of assigning purpose becomes a habit that builds confidence day after day. Before you spend any amount, ask yourself what job that dollar should do. If the purchase does not match your priorities, you will notice that moment of awareness is what prevents regret and stress. Purpose gives you time to think before acting. When your decisions align with your values, you feel strong instead of guilty. You become someone who chooses with intention. Creating purpose for every dollar also helps you see progress more clearly. When you look at how your money is working for you each week or each month, you feel motivated to continue. You start noticing how even small steps add up. That progress leads to pride. Pride leads to consistency. That consistency leads to transformation. You will discover that you can trust yourself with money because your actions support your goals. There is also a mental benefit. When money has purpose, your mind feels organized. You do not carry constant worry about running short because you already decided how it will be used. Stress reduces, focus increases. You live your days with more calm because you know you have a plan guiding your action. This emotional relief is powerful because it improves your overall well-being. This habit challenges you to grow. Purpose forces you to think about what really matters. It invites maturity and responsibility. You learn to delay some wants to achieve bigger happiness later. That skill helps you make better decisions in every part of life. You build discipline that does not feel forced but intentional and meaningful. Some months will feel easier than others. If unexpected expenses appear, adjust your plan without shame. Flexibility is part of a healthy money system. The purpose of every dollar can change when life demands it. The goal is not perfection. The goal is awareness. When you take control quickly during difficult times, you prevent the situation from spreading into bigger financial trouble. Sharing your purpose-based plan with someone you trust could strengthen your commitment. Encouragement from others creates accountability and makes the journey feel less lonely. But always remember, your money plan is for your own happiness. Support from others is helpful, but the real power comes from the decisions you make for yourself. Each time you assign a purpose to a dollar, you build a connection between your present and your future. You remind yourself that your choices today shape the life you will live later. That connection gives your financial behaviors meaning instead of randomness. You feel responsible not because you are forced to but because you care about your well-being. This approach also helps you avoid the trap of living only for today. Some people spend all their money instantly because they cannot see tomorrow clearly. Giving dollars purpose expands your vision beyond the moment. It teaches your mind to think ahead, and that mindset prevents many financial mistakes. You begin to enjoy a life where you are not always scrambling to fix problems. Instead, you prepare in advance and move forward confidently. Celebrate every time you direct your money with purpose. Celebrate because you are building a stronger identity. Celebrate because you are proving that you deserve a better life. Celebrate because you are becoming someone who knows how to protect their happiness. These celebrations reinforce the habit and help you enjoy the journey. Money feels different when you give it meaning. It stops being stressful. It becomes exciting. It becomes a partner that helps you build your dreams instead of something that blocks you. You discover that financial organization is not just about math. It is about clarity, confidence, and peace. Every dollar you own can bring you closer to the life you want. Direct those dollars with care. Direct them with belief in your ability to grow. Direct them with the understanding that your future depends on how you manage today. Your purpose-driven plan will guide you away from stress and toward a future where money supports your joy, confidence, and freedom. Chapter 5. Pay important bills first to feel secure. Paying important bills first creates a strong feeling of security because you know your basic needs and responsibilities are protected before anything else takes your money. When the most essential payments are handled early, you remove a heavy weight from your mind. Stress decreases. Confidence rises. You feel grounded. Many people live with constant worry because they wait to handle bills until the last minute. That delay creates anxiety every day of the month. By choosing to take care of the most important payments first, you take control of your life instead of allowing fear to control you. The moment money comes in, it already has a purpose. Essential bills are the first purpose because they affect your safety, comfort, and stability. These are the payments that allow you to continue living your life without disruption. Rent or housing payments keep a roof over your head. Electricity, water, and heating keep your environment safe. Phone and internet help you stay connected to school, work, and family. If you have transportation payments, they help you reach the places you need to go. When these bills are paid first, you create a secure foundation for everything else. This step is not only financial, it is emotional. It gives you peace each time you pay a necessary bill because you know you have taken care of something that protects your life. You feel responsible. You feel proud. You feel independent. These feelings strengthen your belief that you are capable of managing your money well. A strong belief in yourself is the true source of financial growth. When you believe you can succeed, you act with courage and clarity. To make this step easier, create a clear list of your essential bills. Write the name of each bill, the amount, and the due date. Keep this list in a place you can easily check. When money arrives, do not guess what needs to be paid. Look at your list and follow it. The list keeps you from forgetting anything important. It removes confusion. It keeps you organized. A great strategy is to pay bills as soon as you receive your income. If a bill is not due yet, set the money aside in a separate section so it is ready. This prevents spending money that does not actually belong to free choices. When you think money is available when it is truly reserved for a bill, future stress is guaranteed. Separating the money early prevents that mistake. You avoid regret. You avoid arguments. You avoid rushing to find money later. Some people struggle with paying bills first because they want to enjoy their money right away. They feel that handling bills takes away the fun. The truth is the enjoyment you get from spending money is short if you have stress waiting behind it. Happiness is stronger and lasts longer when you enjoy life after responsibilities are met. You feel lighter because you know nothing important is left undone. You can enjoy the rest of your money without fear or guilt. This experience makes celebrations feel honest and peaceful. When you prioritize essential bills, you also protect your future. Late payments can lead to extra fees or damage to your financial record. Those consequences can follow you for years and make life harder. Paying bills on time avoids these problems. You build a clean financial history which opens opportunities later. It is easier to rent a place, get a loan, or access better services when you have a record of responsibility. Paying bills first is not just about today. It is a decision that shapes your future success. Sometimes you may experience months when money feels tight and you worry whether you can cover everything. During those times, your list becomes even more important. It reminds you which payments protect your life and which expenses can wait. Instead of panicking, you stay strategic. You adjust quickly. You communicate with service providers if needed. When you communicate early, Many companies are willing to help with extra time or smaller payments. Silence creates trouble. Confidence creates solutions. This habit also helps you learn the difference between needs and wants. A need is something that keeps you alive, safe, and able to function. A want adds extra comfort or entertainment. When you learn to pay needs first, you begin respecting your life and health. You feel grateful for what you can maintain. You stop wasting money on things that do not support your stability. You begin to understand what truly matters. Paying important bills first builds discipline without feeling restrictive. You know exactly what must be done. You do it. The act becomes a routine that brings you personal strength. You learn to delay some desires in exchange for long-term security and happiness. That patience builds power. You train your mind to focus on what protects your future instead of what only brings a moment of pleasure. It is helpful to review your essential bills every few months. Life changes. Maybe a bill increases or decreases. Maybe a bill that used to be essential is no longer needed. Keeping your list updated prevents surprises. It makes sure your plan always reflects your current reality. This small step improves your confidence even more because you feel prepared and informed. If you share money responsibilities with someone such as a family member or partner, clear communication matters. Talk about which bills are most important and who handles each one. When everyone understands the plan, arguments decrease and teamwork increases. Shared responsibility becomes a source of unity instead of conflict. You grow stronger together because both of you feel secure. After paying important bills first, you may see money left over that can support other parts of your life. This leftover money has more freedom but still deserves respect and purpose. Because the essentials are already handled, you can now use the remaining amount for savings, improvements, and enjoyment with no fear. This order gives you a balanced and peaceful approach to spending. There is another emotional benefit that often goes unnoticed. Paying essential bills first increases your self-respect. You start seeing yourself as someone who takes life seriously, someone who protects their well-being, someone who steps up before problems happen. This new identity influences other parts of your life. You make better decisions with time, relationships, and personal goals. You feel deserving of success because you act like someone who values success. Every time you pay a necessary bill first, you send a message to yourself. You say that your life matters, your stability matters, your peace matters. You choose strength over chaos. You choose confidence over fear. You choose growth over mistakes. These choices build a foundation that nothing can easily shake. Some people may tell you that organization is not exciting. They might say planning is boring, but feeling safe is exciting. Feeling calm is exciting. Feeling proud is exciting. Knowing you have everything important handled gives you the freedom to enjoy life fully. Security creates joy that lasts longer than any impulse purchase ever could. The habit of paying important bills first becomes easier with time. At first you must think about it. Later it becomes automatic. You will not want to live any other way because you will feel the difference. The comfort you experience after paying essentials will become one of the most important feelings in your financial journey. This step shows maturity. It shows wisdom. It shows that you are building a life that does not fall apart under pressure. You are choosing to live from a place of inner strength. You are proving to yourself that you can handle responsibilities with confidence. That proof becomes the foundation for every financial success that follow. Every bill you pay on time is a reminder that you are creating a safe and secure life. A stable life. A life where fear does not interrupt your sleep. A life where money is managed with clarity and courage. Paying important bills first gives you that freedom. It gives you a stronger today and a stronger tomorrow, and it proves that you are becoming the person who can rise in every area of life. Chapter 6. Check accounts often to avoid overspending urges. Checking your accounts often gives you a clear picture of your financial situation and protects you from spending money you do not actually have. When you look at your account balance regularly, you stay connected to reality instead of guessing. and hoping everything is fine. Overspending usually happens in moments when people are unaware of how much money remains. They think there is more available than there truly is. They feel comfortable tapping their card again and again because they are not looking at the truth. When the truth finally arrives, it often brings stress, regret, and worry. By checking your accounts, often you remove those painful surprises from your life. This habit builds awareness. Awareness leads to better choices. When you know your balance before you spend, you pause and think. That pause is powerful. It turns emotional reactions into responsible decisions. You feel more in control because you understand exactly what is happening with your money. There is a sense of maturity in knowing where you stand financially at all times. You are not afraid to see the numbers because you know those numbers guide you to better behavior. Overspending is often connected to emotion. Boredom, sadness, excitement, and stress can push people to buy something they do not need. When someone feels lonely, they might go shopping. When someone feels tired, they might order food even though they have meals at home. These behaviors give a short moment of comfort but later create frustration when the account balance is lower than expected. Checking your accounts gives you a chance to stop and ask yourself whether you are buying something for your real needs or just reacting to a feeling. That question protects your progress. Another benefit of checking accounts often is spotting mistakes or unusual activity before they become big problems. Sometimes companies charge the wrong amount. Sometimes subscriptions remain active without your permission. Sometimes someone uses your card without your knowledge. When you check only once a month, these issues can continue for too long and damage your finances. When you check often, you notice anything unusual quickly and fix it before more money disappears. Awareness becomes your defense. Checking accounts does not have to take much time. A quick look in the morning or before going out can create a big difference. Just opening the banking app and seeing the amount keeps you from spending blindly. Make it a part of your routine. The same way you check messages or notification. It becomes a simple daily habit that supports your financial health. You are giving yourself information that builds confidence and discipline. Every time you check your balance, you learn something about yourself. You learn how fast money moves. You learn what days you spend more. You learn which purchases were worth it and which ones were not. This knowledge helps you adjust your behavior to protect your goals. Some people do not realize how small daily purchases add up. A snack here, a game purchase there, an extra ride somewhere. Alone they look tiny. Together they take a huge amount of money from your future. Checking your account shows that reality clearly and encourages smarter habits. This habit also shows you progress in a visual way. When you see the number grow. That growth creates excitement and motivation. You become proud because you know your choices are bringing you closer to security and freedom. You feel responsible for creating that growth. Responsibility becomes a source of pride, not pressure. The more progress you see, the more focused you become. You begin to enjoy watching your financial life improve with every good decision. Checking accounts often helps you stay loyal to your money plan. You remember your priorities because the balance reminds you what you are working toward. You are less tempted to waste money because your goals feel close and real. Every time you look at your account, you confirm that you are in charge. You are guiding your financial future instead of leaving it up to chance. Self-control becomes easier because the truth is always in front of you. Some people avoid looking at their accounts when they feel anxious about money. They think ignoring the numbers protects them from stress. But the stress exists because of the mystery, not the truth. The moment you look at your account, you stop imagining the worst and start dealing with the real situation. Even if the number is lower than you want it to be, you feel a small relief because now you know. With knowledge comes the ability to take action. Avoidance builds fees strength. Checking accounts also helps you prevent overdraft fees or late problems. Sometimes people spend past their balance without noticing and the bank charges a fee. That money is lost for no benefit. By checking your account, often you avoid that mistake and keep money for things that improve your life. These small savings protect your progress from unnecessary setbacks. You can set reminders on your phone to check accounts at the same times every day. For example, after waking up or before going to sleep. The reminder helps you stay consistent until the habit becomes natural. You can even choose times when you tend to spend more. Before shopping, before ordering food, or before weekends, when spending usually increases. With these reminders, you think first and act second. That sequence keeps overspending away. As you build this habit, you begin to feel more connected to your financial goals. You become someone who pays attention to detail. You grow more careful about where your money goes because you know the consequences of ignoring it. This attention teaches you responsibility without fear. The goal is not to worry about every dollar. The goal is to respect every dollar. This habit also encourages communication. If you share financial responsibilities with family members or a partner, when everyone knows the current situation, you work together more effectively. There are fewer misunderstandings because the numbers are clear. You support each other in making better choices. You grow stronger as a team and reduce conflicts about money. Checking accounts often is a habit of protection. It protects your progress from impulsive choices. It protects your savings from emotional reactions. It protects your peace from financial surprises. It protects your future from careless mistakes. It shows that you care about your life and your goals. That care builds confidence in everything you do. Some days you might feel tired or forget to check. That is okay. Come back the next day. The strength of this habit comes from consistency, not perfection. Every check is a small step toward a calm and organized financial life. Every check is a reminder that you are becoming someone who pays attention, someone who supports their future, someone who stands up for their own success. With time, checking your accounts becomes a symbol of self-respect. You would not ignore something as important as your health. Money affects your daily well-being just like health does. Looking at your balance often is like checking in with yourself. You are making sure everything is okay. You are caring for your needs. You are being honest about what must be done. Overspending urges lose power when the truth is in front of you. Your decisions improve naturally because you have full awareness of your situation. You no longer act blind. You act wise. There is pride in knowing you chose to look instead of hide. There is peace in knowing you are ready for whatever comes next. You are building a relationship with your money based on attention and responsibility. You are no longer letting things happen to you. You are shaping your own path. The simple act of checking your accounts regularly shows that you are ready to take control. Your future becomes stronger because you refuse to ignore your present. Chapter 7. Stop impulse buys that solve no problem. Stopping impulse buys that solve no problem is one of the most important steps you can take to protect your financial growth because these quick choices destroy progress quietly. Impulse buying is when you purchase something without planning or real need. It happens fast. It happens during moments of emotion. It happens when you want relief, comfort, excitement, or distraction. But after a few minutes, the feeling fades and you are left with a lower bank balance and no improvement in your life. Each time you buy something without a clear purpose, you delay your goals and weaken your control. When you understand this truth, you begin building habits that protect your future instead of feeding temporary urges. Impulse spending creates a false feeling of happiness. You feel a brief spark like life just became more interesting. But that spark disappears because the purchase did not truly solve anything. It did not reduce stress. It did not improve your situation. It did not make your future stronger. When the false excitement ends, frustration often takes its place. People look at what they bought and ask themselves why they did it. That regret hurts because deep down they knew the purchase was unnecessary. By learning to stop these quick choices, you protect yourself from that regret. Most impulse spending is driven by emotion, not by logic. When someone feels lonely, they buy something for comfort. When they feel bored, they buy something for entertainment. When they feel insecure, they buy something to feel important. When they feel sad, they buy something to lift their mood. These feelings are real, but the shopping cannot fix them. When you avoid impulse spending, you learn to deal with emotions in healthier and cheaper ways. You grow stronger because you understand that real solutions come from personal growth, not from buying things you do not need. Awareness is the first key. You have to notice what moments trigger your impulse to spend. Is it late at night when you feel restless? Is it right after school when you want to treat yourself? Is it when you scroll online stores? Is it when your friends are buying something? Once you identify these situations, you can prepare yourself. You can tell your mind that these are moments where you must protect your money. You take back the power from these triggers by recognizing them early. Before buying anything, ask yourself one question. Does this solve any real problem in my life? If the honest answer is no, pause, take a deep breath, and put the item back. Most of the time, you will realize you do not need it at all. This simple question creates a barrier between the desire and the action. It gives your brain a chance to think instead of react. That small pause can save you from losing money on useless purchases. Another strong strategy is to wait before buying. If something catches your attention, give yourself at least one day to think. If after that day you still believe the item will improve your life, then it might be worth considering. Most impulse desires die fast. They feel urgent at first, but fade when time passes. Waiting helps you separate real needs from temporary ones. You prove to yourself that you can control your behavior instead of letting impulses control you. You can also limit shopping environments when you do not need to buy anything. Browsing stores without purpose invites impulse spending. Spending time on shopping apps invites temptation. Being around promotions encourages you to think you are missing out if you do not buy. Stay aware of how these environments influence your mind. Choose to visit stores only when you have a purpose. Go with a list and stick to it. Once the list is complete, leave. The less time you spend around temptation, the fewer chances there are for overspending. Many companies use psychological tricks to make you spend more without thinking. Sales like buy one get one free or limited time offer push you to act quickly. They make you think you are saving money, but you are actually spending money you never planned to use. Prices are sometimes reduced just enough to convince you it is a smart decision. When you understand these tricks, you protect yourself from being controlled by marketing. You learn to decide based on your needs, not based on clever advertising. Impulse buying can also be a response to comparison. When you see others with new items, you might feel pressure to keep up. Social media shows highlights of other people's lives, which makes you feel like you need more to feel valuable. This pressure is dangerous because it leads you to spend based on someone else's life instead of your own priority. When you stop comparing and focus on your own path, you no longer feel the urge to buy something just to appear successful. You create confidence from within instead of trying to buy it. Start tracking how impulse purchases affect your goal. When you spend money without purpose, you push your dream life further away. Maybe you want to save for a new home. Maybe you want to travel. Maybe you want financial freedom. Every unnecessary purchase slows those dreams down. When you see that connection clearly, you will think twice before handing over your money for something unimportant. Protect your future self more than your momentary desires. Celebrate small victories. Every time you resist an impulse purchase, you strengthen your discipline. You prove to yourself that you are growing. That feeling is more satisfying than the temporary excitement from buying something you will soon forget. You can even reward yourself later by using the money saved towards something that truly matters. The more victories you collect, the more confident you become in your decision-making. Another helpful step is to set a spending limit for unplanned purchases each month. This gives you a safe zone for minor fun spending while still protecting the majority of your money. When the limit is reached, stop. This limit encourages you to think before buying because you know your allowance for spontaneous spending is limited. You choose more carefully which items deserve that space. Impulse stops become easier when you clearly know your goals and priority. When your goals are strong, your urges become weak. You begin to see that your goals bring a lasting happiness that no random purchase could ever match. You build a mindset where progress feels more rewarding than possessions. You create internal motivation to protect your money. You learn that true satisfaction comes from growth, not from objects that lose value. And excitement quickly. As you reduce impulse spending, your financial life becomes calmer. You stop worrying about why your money disappears. You stop feeling guilty about choices that break your progress. You stop experiencing the stress of being short on cash too soon. You finally feel like you are leading your life instead of chasing short-term pleasure. With less impulse spending, you have more space for improvement. You can save more. You can invest in experiences that shape your life. You can prepare for the future instead of recovering from mistakes. You develop a lifestyle where money flows toward things that support your peace and independence. That feeling is worth more than any item you would have bought on impulse. Stopping impulse buys that solve no problem is not about depriving yourself. It is about empowering yourself. It is about understanding the value of your effort, the value of your goals, and the value of your future. Each dollar you keep instead of wasting becomes part of a stronger version of your life. Each moment of self-control builds a better you. You grow wiser. You grow stronger. You grow more capable of achieving anything you desire. Your money deserves respect. Your dreams deserve support. You deserve a life where you feel proud of every decision. When you choose to stop buying things that do nothing for your life, you take a major step toward freedom. You no longer spend because of weakness. You spend because of purpose. You spend because it aligns with happiness and growth. This is how real financial success begins. You take one smart choice and repeat it until your future transforms. Chapter 8. Add small savings that make you proud. Adding small savings that make you proud builds a foundation of confidence because you are proving to yourself each day that you can take care of your future. You do not need a huge amount of money to start feeling strong. You only need the discipline and belief to save a little consistently. Many people wait for the perfect moment to save. They say they will start when they earn more. They say they will start when life becomes easier. But the truth is the perfect moment never comes for those who keep waiting. The best time is always now, and the best way is always small steps that grow with time. Every small amount saved is a step toward the life you want to build. Saving is more than putting money away. It is a sign of hope and responsibility. When you save, you are saying that your future matters. You are showing respect to your efforts and your dreams. You are preparing for opportunities and challenges before they arrive. Even if you place only a small amount in savings today, you will feel a sense of pride because you took action that supports your future self. That feeling of pride is the real reward. It gives you energy to keep going. Many people believe saving must be large to matter. They think that coins and small notes are too tiny to make a difference. But those small amounts become powerful when they gather together over weeks and months. The habit matters more than the number. If you commit to saving something every time you earn, whether it is $1 or 10, you build a pattern of success. These small successes train your mind to believe in consistency and self-control. And consistency always creates results. Small savings also protect you from unexpected problems. When something breaks or an urgent need comes up, having even a little money saved makes you feel prepared. Instead of panicking or borrowing, you feel ready and strong. That peaceful feeling comes from the choices you made earlier. You gave yourself a safety net. You built it one small amount at a time. You learned to rely on yourself. That independence gives your life stability and reduces stress. The most powerful part of small savings is that they encourage positive identity. You start to see yourself as someone who is responsible with money. You feel proud of your progress because you can see it growing little by little. Pride is important because it keeps you motivated. When you are proud of your behavior, you want to continue doing it. You become someone who protects your money instead of wasting it. This new identity shapes stronger habits in the future. Create a simple plan for saving. Decide a small amount that you will set aside from every income or allowance. It might be 5% or 10%. It might be a fixed amount like $5 or even $1. What matters is commitment. This commitment tells your mind that saving is not optional. It is part of your life. The more consistent you are, the faster your savings grow and the better you feel. To make it easier, choose a place where you will keep your savings. A separate bank account works well because you are less likely to spend what you do not often see. If you prefer physical saving, a secure jar or envelope system can help. Label your savings with a reason. Write the purpose on a sticker or note. When you see the purpose each time you add money, you feel excitement because you know exactly why you are saving. The purpose keeps you emotionally connected to your goal. Celebrate each deposit. No amount is too small to acknowledge. Every time you save, you are giving yourself a reason to be proud. You are proving that you can manage money wisely. You are choosing to be smart in a world where many choose fast pleasure instead of future peace. That choice is worth celebrating. You can say to yourself that you are someone who cares about your life. This gentle praise strengthens your drive to continue. You may face days when you want to skip saving. Those days test your commitment. Remind yourself that skipping today makes the habit weaker. Even if you save half of your usual amount, you keep the habit alive. The habit itself is a treasure because it teaches discipline. Discipline improves not just financial life but every area of growth. When you learn to control your actions with money, you learn to control your actions with time, health, and personal improvement. Small savings also shift the way you think about spending. When you see your savings grow, you become more careful with your money decision. You begin to ask whether an item or experience is worth slowing down your progress. Many times the answer will be no because you value your future more than a quick moment of pleasure. This shift in decision-making gives you power over temptation. You start to feel like the leader of your life instead of a follower of impulses. Saving small amounts can also help you reach goals faster than you expect. When you look back after a few months and see a nice amount growing, you realize how capable you are. You begin setting bigger goals because you have proof that you can achieve them. Confidence expands. Dreams become plans. Plans become actions. Actions become results. Talk to yourself with respect during this process. Remind yourself that saving small does not mean you are limited. It means you are wise. You are building from where you are now. You are starting strong by developing habits that will support you when your income grows. People who succeed with large savings later are the same people who respected small savings earlier. They built the mindset first. The money followed. Protect your savings from distractions by making it harder to access. When money is too easy to use, impulses become stronger. When it takes effort to take money out, the mind thinks twice. That thoughtful moment often saves you from regret. Guarding your savings teaches you that this money is special. It serves a future purpose that deserves protection. Your savings should reflect what matters most to you. Maybe you want peace of mind. Maybe you want to help your family. Maybe you want to help your family. Maybe you want to travel. Maybe you want to buy something meaningful that improves your life. Whatever the reason, keep it close to your heart. Small savings grow faster when they are supported by strong purpose. Purpose fuels discipline. The pride you feel from saving comes not only from the money itself, but from the person you become in the process. You grow more patient. You grow more thoughtful. You grow more confident. You learn that your actions shape your life. You learn that small steps bring big victory. Imagine the moment when you reach a savings goal. You will feel a deep sense of satisfaction because you earned it through consistent effort. That success will inspire more success. You will see that your decisions matter. You will feel like someone who builds their own future. That feeling makes all the small sacrifices worth it. Adding small savings that make you proud is not about being perfect. It is about being committed. It is about understanding that each day offers a chance to grow. You do not have to wait for more money to start. You do not have to wait for better conditions. You can begin exactly where you are. Each deposit is a message to yourself saying you believe in your future. That belief is the greatest strength you can have. Your money will grow and so will you. With every small amount saved, you are creating a future where you feel secure, capable, and excited about what is coming next. You deserve that feeling. You deserve a future built on purpose, patience, and pride. Chapter 9. Plan debt payments and celebrate each step. Planning debt payments and celebrating each step forward gives you strength and confidence because you are taking control of something that once felt heavy. Debt can make a person feel embarrassed or stuck if they leave it in the dark. The moment you decide to face it and create a plan, you replace shame with courage. Depth does not define you. What defines you is your willingness to handle it with commitment and a positive mindset. Every step forward is a victory over fear and a move toward freedom. Debt is simply money borrowed that needs to be returned. It does not mean you failed. It means you wanted or needed something before you could afford it. Many people use debt for school, transportation, or even unexpected emergencies. There is nothing wrong with wanting progress. What matters now is how you respond. When you create a clear plan to pay it down, you show that you are responsible with your future. You are acknowledging the situation and choosing action instead of worry. A strong payment plan begins with knowing exactly what you owe. Write each debt separately with the amount due, the due dates, and any charges that add up if you delay. Seeing everything in front of you brings immediate clarity. It gives you the power to make decisions. When debts remain hidden, your mind creates fear bigger than reality. When debts are written, they become something you can handle piece by piece. Once you know the full picture, decide which debts to focus on first. You may choose the smallest balance to pay off first because a quick win gives you energy. You may choose the debt with the highest charge because clearing that one saves more money. Either method works as long as you stay committed. What matters is choosing a direction that keeps you motivated. When you knock out one debt, the feeling is incredible. You realize progress is possible. You realize you are capable. Create a monthly or weekly payment routine that fits your income. Even if the payment is small, stay consistent. The act of paying is more important than the size of the payment. Each payment shrinks the weight you once carry. Each payment brings you closer to a stress-free life. Small progress repeated becomes victory. You are proving to yourself with every payment that you will not allow debt to control your happiness. While paying debt, you may feel the urge to give up, especially when progress seems slow. That is a normal feeling. But slow progress is still progress. Imagine a mountain. You cannot reach the top in one giant step. You take small steps again and again until you arrive. Paying debt is the same journey. Patience is your companion. Persistence is your power. One of the most empowering habits during this process is tracking your progress. Create a visual tracker where you mark each payment. You might draw boxes and shade one for every amount paid. You might write the remaining balance after each payment. Watching the number go down gives your mind a strong message. That message says you are winning. Every mark on the page represents discipline and belief in a better life. Celebrate every milestone, no matter how small. When you pay off a portion of a debt, take a moment to feel proud. When you clear a full balance, give yourself recognition. Do something simple like watching your favorite show, creating a thankful note, or sharing your success with someone who supports you. Celebration is important because it keeps you emotionally connected to the journey. It reminds you that you are growing stronger and wiser. Some people try to avoid talking about debt because they feel ashamed. But freedom begins with honesty. You are not alone if you have debt. Many successful individuals once had debts greater than yours. They turned their situation around by deciding not to run from responsibility. They created a plan and stuck with it. You are now doing the same. You are building character and confidence through action. When new income comes in, do not forget your plan. You can enjoy life while paying off debt, but first make sure the payment is done. This order builds a mindset of responsibility. You learn to take care of what matters before spending on extra things. This brings peace because you know you are moving in the right direction. You are walking step by step out of the past and into a better future. Avoid adding new debt while paying the old one. New debt slows your progress and brings confusion. Think carefully before borrowing again. Ask whether you truly need it and whether it supports your goal. When you avoid unnecessary borrowing, you protect your progress. You prove to yourself that you can learn from past choices and make wiser ones today. Sometimes life will test you with unexpected challenges. If an emergency slows your payments, do not become discouraged. Adjust the plan temporarily and return to stronger amounts when things stabilize. The important part is never pausing for too long. Regain your momentum. Remind yourself of the freedom waiting for you at the finish line. You may not notice it immediately, but paying debt builds personal growth. You become more thoughtful about spending. You become more patient with your goals. You develop more trust in your own abilities. You begin making decisions that protect your future instead of harming it. You notice that discipline with money creates discipline in other parts of life as well. You show yourself that you can follow through on promises. Debt can feel like a burden, but it can also become a teacher. It teaches responsibility. It teaches awareness. It teaches the strength of commitment. When you finish paying it off, you will not be the same person you were before. You will be stronger, more confident, and more careful. You will understand the value of money and effort better than ever. Surround yourself with positive influences during this journey. Avoid people who pressure you to spend irresponsibly. Stay close to people who understand the importance of progress and support your plan. The right environment helps you stay focused. Encouragement gives you energy. You deserve support on your path toward becoming debt-free. Remind yourself daily that freedom is approaching. Picture the day when every debt is gone. Picture waking up without any financial weight on your chest. Picture using all your money for your goals, savings, and dreams instead of paying for the past. That vision is powerful. Let it drive you through every payment. You are not just reducing numbers in a system. You are taking your life back. You are rewriting your financial story. You are making room for better things. Debt once held you, but now you are breaking free because you have chosen a plan and you are sticking with it. Celebrate your journey often, not only the big final moment, but every meaningful step you take. Each time you reduce a debt, you rise higher. Each payment proves you are defined by action, not by the situation you started in. Every decision you make shows the world and yourself that you are committed to a brighter future. Your progress is proof of your strength. Your effort is building the life you desire. One payment at a time, you are moving closer to a place where money serves your dreams. You deserve to feel proud of every move you make in this direction. Freedom from debt is not just a financial victory. It is a personal victory. It is evidence that you are capable of change, discipline, and success. Chapter 10. Review money weekly and adjust with confidence. Reviewing your money every week and adjusting with confidence is a powerful habit because it keeps your financial life awake and moving forward. A lot can change in 7 days. You earn, you spend, you make decisions, and sometimes those decisions go differently than planned. A weekly review gives you a chance to check what worked and what needs improvement. This prevents small mistakes from becoming big problems. It helps you stay in control instead of realizing too late that your money has gone in the wrong direction. When you sit down once a week and look at your numbers, you are giving yourself a fresh start every 7 days. You are saying that your financial future deserves regular attention, not just when things go wrong. Weekly reviews help you stay connected to your goals. Life gets busy. School, work, and family can distract you easily. If you wait too long to look at your money, you might forget the goals that used to motivate you. Taking time each week brings those goals back to the front of your mind. You remember why you are budgeting, why you are saving, why you are paying down debt, why you stopped wasteful spending. Your goals stay alive because you keep them visible. This constant awareness helps you stay strong and focused. During your weekly check-in, look at your spending and ask yourself whether your choices truly helped your life, not with guilt, but with honesty. Every week teaches you something new about your habits. Maybe you spent more on snacks than you realized. Maybe you handled your bills well and feel proud. Maybe you forgot to track a few purchases and need to get back on track. These discoveries guide you into better decisions next week. Improvement becomes a weekly pattern. A weekly review also builds confidence because you see evidence of progress. You notice when your savings have grown. You notice when you brought your spending down in certain areas. You notice that your debt is shrinking. Each sign of progress reminds you that your actions matter. You begin to trust yourself more. Confidence does not come from guessing. It comes from seeing results. And results come from regular attention. Another reason weekly reviews are important is that they give you the chance to adjust quickly. When you make a mistake or face an unexpected cost, you can react with clarity instead of panic. Many people only realize they overspent at the end of the month when everything is already tight. By checking weekly, you catch problems early. You can correct your direction before things get out of control. That adjustment makes you feel strong because you handled the challenge before it became worse. Weekly reviews help you stay true to your budget. A budget is only useful when you follow it. And following it requires awareness. When you check your numbers weekly, you are checking whether your plan is still working. If the plan needs changes, you make them with purpose. Maybe a category needs more money because life changed. Maybe another category needs less. Adjusting a budget is not failure. It is wisdom. It shows that you are paying attention and staying flexible as life moves. This habit also supports a calm and peaceful mindset. When people avoid checking their money, worry grows in their mind. They imagine the situation is worse than it is. They carry the stress through the week without answers. A weekly review replaces that stress with certainty. When you know the truth, you stop overthinking. You feel lighter because you understand exactly where you stand. Knowledge gives peace that guessing cannot. Choose a specific time every week for your financial review. Maybe Sunday evening when you plan for a new week, or Friday afternoon after school or work. The best time is the time you can stick with. Create a routine around it. Sit in a quiet place. Have your notes or app ready. Make it a comfortable moment where you reflect on your progress and prepare for the days ahead. When you give importance to this time, your mind begins to treat money with respect and care. Be proud each week when you show up for this habit. Even if the numbers are not what you hoped, the act of reviewing is already a victory. It means you are facing your life with courage. Many people choose to look away. You choose to stay present. That choice shows strength and maturity far beyond your year. You are building the life you want, piece by piece, week by week. If something did not go well, treat it as a lesson. Do not judge yourself harshly. Growth is not a straight path. Some weeks will feel easier. Some will feel challenging. What matters is that you continue. When you learn what causes setbacks, you gain control over them. You begin to understand what influences your decisions. You start managing triggers instead of being controlled by them. That is true progress. Track victories during each review. Write down at least one thing you did well with money every week. This supports a positive mindset. You are not just correcting mistakes. You are celebrating growth. Those notes will help you during harder weeks, reminding you that you are capable of great things. Pride is not selfish. Pride is fuel. It gives you the strength to continue making smart decisions. Weekly reviews also protect your relationships. Misunderstandings about money can create tension with the people you care about. When you know your financial situation clearly, you communicate better. You explain what you can and cannot do. You make promises you can keep. You feel honest and responsible. That honesty builds trust in yourself and from others. As you continue this habit, you develop a stronger mindset. You stop fearing money. You start leading. You build a relationship with money rooted in clarity and confidence. You realize that money does not control you anymore. You manage it with purpose. You become proactive instead of reactive. This mindset becomes a powerful skill for the rest of your life. Reviewing weekly also reminds you to stay grateful. When you see where your money went, you can appreciate what it gave you. You appreciate the food you ate, the comfort of your home, the transportation that brought you to where you needed to go. Gratitude helps you see that your effort is building a life with real value. Gratitude keeps you focused on what matters. Think of each weekly review as a progress checkpoint in the journey toward financial confidence. You are checking your direction, adjusting if needed, and moving forward stronger than before. You are building habits that protect your peace. You are shaping a future where money brings confidence, not fear. You are creating a life you feel proud of. Money management is not about perfection. It is about awareness and action. A weekly review makes those two things natural and consistent. With each check-in, you become more prepared, more organized, and more confident in every financial step. You are proving that you can handle responsibility with courage. You are showing yourself that success is possible with regular effort week by week. You are becoming the type of person who takes ownership of their life. Someone who does not let mistakes continue. Someone who adjusts quickly. Someone who grows continuous. Your financial journey becomes smoother because you refuse to wait for problems to appear. You are building a future filled with strength and independence. And it all comes from reviewing your money weekly and adjusting with confidence in your ability to